Dragon Ball is a huge worldwide success. Since the 80s, the work of our beloved Akira Toriyama has been gaining more and more fans, and many anime series from this work have been released, such as Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super, movies. But which Dragon Ball should you watch first? Stay tuned until the end of the video to find out everything. Today's video is a tip on where you can start watching and enjoying this anime beloved by its fans. Dragon Ball began with the adventures of the boy Goku meeting friends, fighting martial arts, and exploring the world in search of the 7 Dragon Balls, which summon a huge dragon that grants wishes when gathered. This is the essence of the entire work, but over time, we see Goku grow up, become an adult, get married, and have his first son, Gohan. The work shifts from focusing on adventures to focusing on battles, with less comedy and more seriousness in the fights. Regarding which Dragon Ball to watch first, my answer is, it depends. If you have never seen any anime or read any manga related to Dragon Ball, the tip is simple in this case. Start from the beginning, that is, from the Dragon Ball anime, where Goku is still a child and meets Bulma. In the manga, it is even simpler. Just start from chapter 1 of the work. Unlike the anime, the Dragon Ball manga does not differentiate between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It's all Dragon Ball, and the work spans from young Goku to the end of the battle against Majin Buu. It may seem obvious to many people, but I'll explain why I said it depends. If you have perhaps heard of or seen something about intense fights, transformations, Super Saiyan, Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Frieza, and do not want to start by watching young Goku until he becomes an adult, then you can easily start watching all of Dragon Ball Z from the beginning of the Saiyan saga, when Raditz, Goku's older brother, appears. In the manga, this starts from chapter 195. It's a great starting point. After watching Dragon Ball Z, if you want to learn about Goku's past, I suggest you first watch the movie, Dragon Ball Z Bardock, the father of Goku. In it, the events before Goku is sent to Earth by his father Bardock are shown, and from there, you can watch the entire Dragon Ball anime. Of all the Dragon Ball Z movies, I say that Dragon Ball Z Bardock, the father of Goku, is the most important one to watch, as it provides all the explanations for why Goku was sent to Earth and what happened to his home planet. The film revolves around Bardock's vision, Goku's father, seeing everything that is about to happen to the Saiyan race and having premonitions that his son will one day face the one everyone fears, Frieza. It's definitely worth watching. Why did I say all of this instead of just indicating the beginning of the work as a whole? It's simple. The classic Dragon Ball anime has a different tone in its stories, focusing more on adventure and comedy than on battles themselves, something that became more relevant in Dragon Ball Z. The movie I mentioned, although it has many scenes from the anime itself, for a long time was not considered canonical, but in Dragon Ball Super Broly, which is a canonical movie in the work, we see Goku's parents sending him to Earth before the planet is destroyed. So, even with some differences in details, you can still watch Dragon Ball Z Bardock, the father of Goku, to see Bardock's perspective on all of this, and his desire for revenge against Frieza. This movie already resembles more the tone of the stories we see in Dragon Ball Z, with more seriousness in the battles and everything else. This is why, as Dragon Ball is not focused on fights like Dragon Ball Z, it may not seem as enjoyable to watch for those who want to experience the anime, famous for its fights, special moves, and warriors who change the color of their hair when they transform. If that's your case, you can follow this tip. If you want to watch everything in chronological order, start from chapter 1 of the manga, or episode 1 of Dragon Ball. It's easier. Regardless, it's definitely worth watching this work, as it has even influenced the comic and animation industry in America, DC, and Marvel. I highly recommend it. Now I want to hear from you. Do you like Dragon Ball? Who are your favorite characters and moments in the story? Write in the comments what you want to see from Dragon Ball here on the channel. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel with notifications on to stay up to date with the news about our beloved Saiyans. Thank you very much for staying until the end of the video. Until next time.